to, you know.
Just how's it feel to be? I know you've been back practicing for a little bit and then get added back to the roster. I know it's been a long road back for you. Just how's it been?
It's been like an emotional feeling, been away from the game for so long, and just watching everybody do their thing and just cheering, and just wanting to be out there and play with my guys, and then just for the first time stepping on the field a couple weeks ago, man, it was very emotional. I tell you that.
What do you think you showed last season before you got hurt?
I showed that I belong in this league, and I can be one of the best corners in this league, because every day it's me versus me, and I'm my biggest critic. So I want to go out there and make those plays, and those plays that I made was just a small little sample of what I can do.
Then you get hurt, and you haven't fully established yourself. Obviously, was there any concern about that part of it? And how tough was that part of it?
No, I mean, it was tough that I got hurt, but just me establishing myself, you got to go out there and do that every day. Every week, week in, week out. Your job's not always safe, and that's the beauty about it for me. That's what keeps me level-headed. Just going out there and just being humble, knowing that it could be here today and gone tomorrow. So that's what type of guy I am. I'm a guy that goes out there and work hard and challenge myself day in, day out.
The most difficult part of rehabbing that injury was what?
Consistency and not knowing how things were going. It's kind of everything is kind of blurry. You're not sure if you're making if you're gaining ground. What's the progress looking like? Because you start walking and stuff, but not knowing you're doing football things. Your tendon's okay, but it's like when you get to full speed, how's it gonna look? So just the consistency and just what it looked like from that standpoint.
At what point did you get to where you were starting to see, results or improvement to the level that you were hoping to?
Just I'd say when I was able to just trust myself and knowing that I could cut, and then when I started making those cut movements and started seeing the progression in the weight room and how my leg was doing when I was squatting and just those measurements in the weight room and out on the field, that's when I started realizing, okay, this is, I'm starting to gain ground with this thing.
What month was that?
I'd say about, being specific, like right around, I want to say around the beginning of the season, but thank God we got the best, one of the best, medical staff out here. We all played it safe, and I trust those guys, and I feel 10 times better than what I did in September.
When did you start walking again for the first time?
I kind of get myself confused with that because I'm not really sure. I want to say probably about I started walking 8 weeks prior to after surgery, so it was pretty tough.
Surgery was December. You waited a couple weeks.
Surgery was November. Okay. Yeah, so surgery was 2 days after the game. It was around I want to say November 23rd, 2 days after that Cardinals game for sure.
Did you know immediately on that play that it was a bad injury, or?
Well, my mom was telling me, they asked me, they was like, you want to get carted off? I'm like, no, there's no way I can get carted off. I'd rather just walk it off, and then we'd talk about it back there. Because I know if I got carted off, that would have been, I knew it would have been bad. But so I was like, I wanted to see for my own if I can walk off, and I did. But it was crazy when they gave me the answer. I sat on that X-ray bed, and then it was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got the MRI. I was like, yeah, you tore it. Then right after that, my knee just shut down, and I couldn't move at all.
Was it anything beyond the ACL?
It was just a patellar tendon, Yeah, patellar tendon. Yeah, that's a serious injury.
Now that you're back, how do you balance just being patient for your opportunity without trying to rush or having to prove anything? Like you said, you've already proven who you are. But is there a tendency that you have to look at trying not to push and show what you can do and just wait for your opportunity?
I mean, from a competitive standpoint, I always want to get out there, and just go out there and just, show the world again who I am, But at the same time, I'm patient. My brothers are doing, a damn good job out there. And just whenever they give me the opportunity, I go out there and add on to that.
Can you remind us what you did in college in terms of, did you stay on one side of the field or did you do both?
I did both, a little bit of both, but then towards the end of it, I stayed on the left side. Those in the left side was pretty much where the big receivers were, anyway. So, I mean, I didn't really have to do too much movement.
Did you play in the slot at all?
No, I didn't really play in the slot.
What's it been like just watching the guys emerge this year, cornerback who, Mike didn't play a lot last year, now he's playing, and obviously Tariq and Kobe and all that.
Man, it's a good feeling, just seeing those guys out there grow, seeing Mike become comfortable and show the world who he is, and seeing Tariq, Kobe, all those guys come out there and just being able to, produce at such an early stage of their career, man, it's just. You rarely see those things for those guys are doing what they're doing. You got Kobe out there doing his thing, forcing fumbles, Reek out there catching interceptions, and then those guys are being talked about, one of the best in the league. Man, it's just I can't describe the feeling, because I'm all about my brothers and everything. So man, it's a good feeling for sure.
What is that like? I mean, now you're kind of competing with Mike for playing time or whatever there. I mean, how does that kind of work?
I mean, we just, you compete every day, so it's nothing new. We've all been doing this our whole lives, our whole careers. So, I mean, we're just out there competing against each other, but most importantly, trying to make each other better.
What's it been like learning the intricacies of like the new defense and what that asks of you?
I mean, it's different from last year. It's a lot different, but it's a lot more simple and a lot easier, So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's not too much on any of us, and that's why we're able to play at a fast pace and such a high level.
Is there only so much of that you can learn by actually being out there? Obviously, you can study the playbook and everything while you're recovering, but what about actually being out there?
Yeah, for me, I'm a guy that I like to get out there, and I gotta do what I'm seeing. So whatever I'm studying is, it's different from when you're, okay, this is that on paper, but then when you get out there on the field and everything's moving faster, that's when it's a lot different. But everything's been slowed down. I got the defense pretty much wrapped up, so, I'm just ready to get out there.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Trey.
Thanks,
Trey.
Well,